Now, let me tell you the story of Caesarean sections. Now, for thousands of years, as long as the human beings are on earth, there have been obstructed labors. The baby couldn't come out to the birth canal. It may be due to several reasons. The birth canal may be cramped, the baby may be big, there may be other obstruction. So that obstructed labor had caused excruciating pain to the mother and ultimately death of the mother and the baby. Even when I was a student, I saw death of the baby inside the womb, and that was taken out by very destructive operation like decapitation of the baby, cutting the baby into pieces and taken out from below. Caesarean section was not so common at that time, especially on a dead baby. Now, so people must have thought that if the baby cannot come out through the pelvic canal, we can take out the baby from the abdomen. That would be the easy answer. But the answer was not that easy. Now, if you want to take the baby out from the abdomen, from the tummy itself, you have to cut open the tummy, cut open the uterus, which is a very vascular organ. It will lead to severe hemorrhage. So how to stitch back those structures, how to stop the hemorrhage? If there is too much hemorrhage, how to get blood to replenish the stores of the blood which has been lost. If there was infection, how to tackle the infection? So these questions were unanswered, so people couldn't do it. Though Caesarean section bears the name of Julius Caesar, who has probably granted permission to the doctors to open the abdomen and get the baby out in dire emergencies. Now, as several geniuses worked in the medical field, antibiotics were discovered, the blood transfusion technology was discovered, the blood groups were discovered, and finally the stitch material came into vogue. Initially, when these Caesarean sections were done, and the Caesarean section has come out about 100 years or so, 120, 30 years. Initially, wires were being used to stitch that uterus, stitch the womb, stitch the layers of the abdomen. But these were not very good methods. There were hemorrhage, there were infection. 80 to 90% of the mothers died in the initial Caesarean sections which were tried. The story is that the first Caesarean section was done on a wife of a doctor. Now, we have stitch materials which are fantastic. Initially, the stitch material were made of kangaroo intestine, and these were called catgut. And catgut usually got dissolved inside the tissues, and we didn't have to open. See, when we stitch something inside, we cannot go in and remove those stitches like the skin stitches. So there has to be something which may get absorbed inside, or which, even if stays there, shouldn't cause any problem. So these were the stitches. Nowadays we have brilliant stitch materials made of synthetic material coated with antibiotics, and these are really good. It stops the hemorrhage. Healing is perfect. And if the hemorrhage is too much, we have blood available. For each and every Caesarean section, we give at least a short course of antibiotic so that no infection happens. And if there is infection, these antibiotics will take up care of the bacteria which has invaded the damaged and the traumatized tissue. And so there are also the surgeons. Those surgeons found out by trial and error method where to cut, which tissues to cut in which way, which tissue to repair in which way, and finally how to make the incision on the uterus, on the womb, which is the best incision, which causes the least hemorrhage and which actually helps healing that Caesarean section wound the best. So these techniques have developed so much that modern Caesarean section has become very safe, and we don't think twice. I'll tell you, a single Caesarean section is as safe as the a normal vaginal delivery. But yes, what are the advantages and disadvantages of caesarean section? That I will talk in another video shortly. For this caesarean section, nowadays with all these technological advances have become so safe. If you like this video, you can click on the like button and please subscribe my channel to know more about these techniques, the caesarean section, forceps delivery, and other very, very important aspects of pregnancy. I would love to see you here.